This is a 360 video. Look around. If you're on desktop, make sure you're in Google Chrome and use the W, A, S, and D keys on your keyboard, or click and drag with your mouse. If you're on mobile, make sure you're in the YouTube app and swipe or move your phone. Enjoy the show. Welcome. I'm Sebastian, and this is Lying for Money, Game 33, Sudden Death. Allow me to welcome back Joel, Jean-Louis, and Ben. In this bag, I have 3 3D printed tokens. 2 of them say Seeker and have a circle above that, and 1 of them says Liar and has a triangle. Please select 1 token out of this bag without looking, and do not open the token until I allow everyone to do so. All right, everyone, please look at your tokens. Put on your masks and stick out your fists. If you would like the $15 cash prize divided evenly amongst all of you, please lift your thumb and keep it up now. Masks off. 2 votes, 1 from Ben, 1 from Joel. We're gonna split the cash prize evenly amongst all of you, and the winners qualify for the inner circle. Game on.
Sorry, I know you're in this for the money, but
I mean, it is lying for money.
theoretically.
Yeah, I go with the flow. I just, the anonymity thing was ruined. I feel fairly vulnerable there.
Last time I tried it, and I was the only person, so I thought that typically the situation would be that typically it never happens.
What?
So, I think typically does typically nobody do it, or does typically someone do it?
Dude, I'm gonna do it every time.
Yeah.
I'm lying for money.
Hell yeah.
I haven't kept hard stats, so I can't give you an answer off the top of my head. But I would if I had it.
Searching for money that don't exist. Oh, this is gonna be a game between you and I, isn't it?
Well, that's where the hatred is.
Right.
Because I like Jean-Louis.
We'll see, man. Secret weapons, you never know. The underdog.
That's true. That's true.
Keeping observant eyes here. Because,
It's very true.
I'm seeking. You make me so suspicious,
Okay.
I usually find that the universe sends me omens, and most of my life is based off of irony. So it'd be ironic that, you'd be the well-composed, very kind and polite. You'd be a liar.
It's true.
This is how I got knocked last time for being suspicious.
I think that's a common trap though, because it's like you see something and you go in on it. Like for instance, Joel bouncing his leg, and then if I'm in an agitated position, I might be like, that means something.
Right.
When in all, it just doesn't mean anything.
Right. I mean, you're really just looking for excuses at that point.
Yeah. But they're real to you because you're in a state where you're like,
watching.
yeah.
I don't think I've ever been the liar, have I? I think I've always been innocent. But I always, at this moment in the game, feel really
Yeah, touch my mic. Become very self-aware.
Yeah, I feel like I have something to hide. I feel totally self-conscious.
Right.
And
it's a good...
That puts a spotlight on you.
Yeah.
For sure. And all 3 of us.
Yeah. It's a good quality.
This is an interesting vibe. We don't have any of your irritating wild cards. Hi, Adam. You know, we just
So we can't vote Adam out. That's
We're like,
yeah.
I nominate Adam Engel. Can we do that?
Can we do that?
Call him up, FaceTime
Call him
him
up.
down.
Can we nominate him remotely? Is that okay?
Good times.
Okay, so we can.
The dynamic that exists between the three of us, where that seems to thus far, and I guess
Yeah.
it's really early.
Yeah.
We're all kind of sitting back. We're not. Nobody's like.
Or in this groovy location, having a good time.
I mean, I did just
Yeah.
accuse, but it was back-footed accusations, you know.
I mean, it was
theoretical.
Yeah,
like, yeah,
it
it's
was
more
not
hypothetical.
major. Yeah.
You could say that I'm accused. That was accusatory from me towards Joel as well.
Yeah.
Exactly. So.
Well, who
So
knows?
far, we're.
If I keep drinking bourbon.
I think that's the purpose of the bourbon, so that the game doesn't last for like 4 hours, and we're just sitting here like.
I think that is just very suspicious how flat your legs look.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
I have very flat feet. It's an issue for me.
Well, you know, gotta win something.
Mister, I've been to the zoo. I said I've been to the zoo.
I'm sorry, what?
Come again?
I went to the zoo and then I walked until I came here. Have I been walking north?
North? Yeah.
What street is that over there?
That's not a game-related question.
And what street is that over there?
That one's-
31st step?
And the park is around 65th, so I've been walking north.
Didn't you come here in a car?
You can call it north.
But not due north.
Well, no, not due north. But we call it north. It's northerly.
It's northerly.
It's something like that.
Yeah.
That was for everyone at home playing Joel Bingo. He just quoted a play. Also,
Extra points if you
he's
can.
also overdressed. So that's 2. You just need 5 more for Joel Bingo, and you win.
We have a couple of like side simultaneous games also going on during this. This is going to be on my channel, Joel Bingo. YouTube.
Bambus Bingo.
Bambus
Bingo Bambus.
Bingo Bambus.
Bingo, bango, bongo. Sticking with my inner gut, though. 'Cause see, there's this other thing, man. If I'm playing stupid irony card, it'd be ironic that you've just make so much of a scene about how you've never won before.
I mean, that's.
It's true. I know it is. It's true. You know.
I mean, that's. Well, I wasn't going to say that it's true, and that's why I said it. I'm saying that's kind of obvious. It would be like. It's like the double blind, or like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, that's a statement. I'm like, I'm so innocent. And I'm going to talk about the fact how innocent I am.
I've never
Right.
won a single thing.
Yeah. So it's like either I mean it or it's a tactic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I think he means it because it came from a natural place.
Every time someone says benefit of the doubt, I get a nickel.
I think it must be pretty, almost be to $1 or something, right?
If I had a nickel for every time someone said that, I would be making money in a very strange way. Do you have a lead horse?
No, not currently.
You don't?
No.
Do you
What?
have a lead horse?
I'm my own lead horse.
Should I rephrase the question? I don't think you know what I mean by the question. Is there someone that you suspect above the other one right now, or no? Is it like pretty much right in the middle? Your suspicions lay like right about here.
You know, I don't want to say so, but yeah, a bit so.
Okay.
For me, it's
It's straight in the middle.
it's straight in the middle.
I just
for me
haven't-
right now.
I'm like leaning, but I think that's just pretense. I want to come at this with no expectations.
You have like a 1% lead horse on Ben, don't you?
1%.
I do. More than 1%, actually. You're my lead horse.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's. Do you want to get it started?
I'll tell you why.
This guy wants to win.
If you want to know.
Good. No, actually, I would.
Were you just doing, what's it called? Never mind. So, within the first few seconds of the game, you looked a little uncomfortable, shifty, and not making eye contact. That could be any number of things, but I noticed it.
That's very fair.
And then the foot thing, I thought was like you're looking for a thing. That's it.
That's very fair.
Although the last time I was sitting in this chair, the person sitting in that chair was very late. What?
You still have your shoes on. Could you hand them, please, to Bagel so you can put them on the side? Thank you.
But by all means,
talk amongst
by all
yourselves.
means, keep your gloves on, Joel.
I don't know.
Because we're inside.
My suspicions come nothing out of pure
Here are my
instinct.
shoes, Bagel. Thank you very much. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I just have a gut feeling.
My feet are cold now.
This poor guy. All our feet are cold.
It's the worst. Your socks match your backpack.
You shut your dirty mouth.
Right now.
They do. I coordinated. I have a different backpack and pair of socks for every day of the week.
It's a lie.
It is a lie.
So are you the liar?
Only about that. Oh, that brings back memories. The first game I played, did you watch my first game?
What, Hot Guys with Bobby and Elise? Is that not the first one?
That's not... Joel wasn't in that game.
Wasn't in that game. Can I say fuck more? Wasn't in that game. I know, my first game was with... Who was it that...
Just to answer your question, you're allowed to say anything, as long as it's not a threat. Go on.
I'm gonna...
We'll run you out of town.
Real fast, fuckaroo.
I miss you dearly. The dude, who was it? It was the... What was his name?
Are you talking about your game?
Yeah, the one where I had the thing, my arc reactor, and he asked me what it was, and I told him it
That
was
was Nick and Jeff.
Right. So, guy asked me what my necklace thing was, and I said some weird thing about it. And
Be careful with the mic.
yeah, it's the second time I did that. I'm sorry. And so I told him some weird story that I quit halfway into it, and I was like, "No, I'm just kidding. It's an arc reactor. It's from Iron Man." And then he nominated me, and he said the reason that he nominated me is because he didn't believe that it was an arc reactor from Iron Man, and that I was lying about that. So
So it's a slippery slope, and you could be lying about anything.
not that it was a slippery slope, but that meant that I was the liar. That if I had lied about that, that meant that I was the liar. That's what being the liar
Like that
is.
was that was the rule of the game, is that you're like, my name might be Ben.
Yes, exactly. He
I
thought
nominate you.
that's what the liar was.
Yeah.
So we're in the middle of a trial. He's saying this, so I'm like just looking at Seabass the whole time, like, is he going to correct him about what the rules of the game? And he didn't. And then
I like the anarchy of that.
and then Jeffy Goldbaby, who thoroughly is familiar with the rules of the game, he jumped on that. He was like, "Yeah, that is kind of suspicious." Are you having a laugh?
I was. Go on.
And so Jeff was like, yeah. And then when it came to me, I was like, I think we should clarify the nature of the game, because that's not, I wouldn't lie about arbitrary, whatever. I'm looking at Seabass, I'm looking at Jeff, and no one's helping me, and I got voted off. And then after the game was over, I explained to him how the game is played. I think that might be someone else's job.
Jesus.
I don't know. I really, not to be a sore loser a year later, but I think I was robbed.
All you had to do was ask a direct question. You were just explaining the rules and then looking to me to
making it
nod.
worse. You don't
just
look
saying.
good.
I'm answering your question now
You're looking bad.
What is a direct question?
about the rules of the game.
Okay.
You say, Sebastian, I have a question.
I have a question, and it is about the rules of the game. Did you explain the rules of the game to that guy?
Yes. And I showed him.
And you showed him a thing. Well, apparently he didn't get it.
I did everything I could.
And somehow you still won. What does that say about you, Joel?
I won? No, he won.
That's what I'm saying. And he still won.
No, he lost.
He lost.
He lost because Jeff was the mafia.
Jeff was mafia.
There
Yeah.
was no mafia.
There's only seekers.
That's true.
Damn. I'm usually good about that.
Liars.
And you didn't say anything. Are you gonna just mute that?
Me what?
Nothing.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
We're in a weird room.
I like this room a lot, actually.
This guy's very pleasant. It's making me not want to nominate him, but
Who, him or me?
him.
Him? He's making you, with his demeanor, not want to nominate him, but you were gonna say but.
But I'm more resilient than that with my bourbon.
He's the liquid courage. I welcome it just to get the game started if you want to.
All right. I'm gonna nominate you.
Okay.
You have to phrase it officially.
I nominate Ben.
All right, we have our first trial. Jean-Louis has nominated Ben. Jean-Louis, would you like to provide testimony?
I would.
Go on.
I come at this with gut instinct, youthful exuberance, and fervor. And I just think it would make sense, and it's just the tide of the universe maybe showing me things early.
Is that all?
That's all.
Thank you, Jean-Louis. Joel, would you like to provide testimony?
I guess a little bit.
All right.
You're saying a lot of weird shit. You talked about yourself for half of that. And then the tides of the whatever.
Yeah.
I'm figuring out how to read that. I don't know, you... Up until a second ago, you were my lead horse. You may still be. I'm obviously not voting for anybody yet. That's it.
Thank you. Ben, would you like to defend yourself?
Sure. I would like to defend myself.
Go ahead.
I can't argue with your gut instinct or the tides of the universe. If you want to vote based on that, that's cool. I welcome that. I don't know what to say at this point because there's not a whole lot of concrete stuff coming at me. I don't know. Yeah, no, I don't have a strong refusal because I don't have like a real strong attack. So that's all for me.
All right, thank you, Ben. Yeah. Everyone, except for Ben, please put on your mask and stick out your fist. If you would like to eliminate Ben, please lift your thumb and keep it up now. Masks off. 0 votes. Ben's still in the game.
For a second, I forgot that we were supposed to be doing that, so I just danced a little.
You put it up.
If you reviewed the GoPro footage later on, you'll see that looks weird.
It looks like suspicious?
No, it just looks funny because he's like maintaining like this calm force. I'm just sitting there like doing this thing.
Oh man!
And then you're just like,
yeah, that was a half-hearted attack there. I mainly didn't vote because I thought you guys are absolutely right. It was just weak.
I mean, I think it's good to get it going though. That's.
I'm just stirring the pot.
So this is for people playing Joel Bingo. Joel's alluding to an educational experience he had that you weren't part of.
Fun inside jokes going on, fellas.
Sorry, I can't. It's not. No offense. It's probably gonna happen again.
That's all right.
Well, hopefully for the players at home, it will.
That's right.
It was just a send-up of someone for whom I have a lot of respect, and who I'm gonna see soon.
Who's that?
Are you going to California? I'm going to California. Why'd you whisper that?
Because it was awesome.
Roll if you want to. That's all right. I go to California once every 3 months or so.
Nice.
It's important, especially in February, because God, it is dreadful in February.
Are you from there?
I'm from Venezuela.
Oh, okay, right on.
Yeah, I was born there and then raised in Miami.
Oh, okay, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And you weren't here till Rutgers?
Exactly. I went to school up here in Jersey.
Okay.
Study acting, and I was like, did this. Might as well go to the city and do that. See how that thing goes. We're going pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is my table.
There
are many like it.
This one is yours.
This one is mine. Really, it's Seabass's table.
It's weird. It's weird, man. That's a weird thing.
Not sequitur.
Yeah.
I wanted to say something to comment, put a button at the end of that story and be like, great story, bro, but I didn't want to be shitty. So I just said something that was separately weird, but it made me look like a weirdo.
It's all right. I think when we're all put in these rock and a hard place positions, there's not much that doesn't make you feel like a weirdo, you know?
Yeah.
Like you ever have that thing where you do something and you're like, oh, what I just did was unintentionally suspicious.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're just
on that, I'm going to cross my legs because that's going to make me feel more comfortable.
Do it.
So I'm going to address that at the council.
Before we start attacking him.
Before you guys attack me for that, I'm aware that I'm doing it.
I think it might be a good edict when you cross your legs. You know, you can announce it. I'm going to cross my legs. We should make a book of rules.
That's where everyone's at, though. That's that's the tension.
I will say though, you crossed it in kind
Very
of a
well.
strange fashion. You did it like yogic.
Very yogi.
Very yogi.
Yogi kind of thing going on. Hey.
Good, Yogi. Bagel, I have a question. Why? It's about the game. Why do you do this to yourself?
Dude, don't answer that. And don't address my sound person or
Your sound person.
or anyone other than the players.
Your sound person.
Anyone other than the players or me directly.
And they
Please do not
said there
address
was
them.
no wild card.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't see Bagel that often these days, and I haven't seen Ben in like a long time. And I'm really happy to see both of them. That's like way more important to me than the game is.
It's your choice.
It's not a choice. It's a fact. It's just the way I feel.
That's brutal honesty
I
right
like
there.
you too, though. That's why I'm here. Here to support the game, the cause.
Thank you.
This is a weird game. Nobody's gonna watch this. Nobody's watching this.
I'll watch this.
The three of us are gonna. Well, the two of us are gonna watch it. Maybe the three of us.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna love revisiting every moment of
Seabass is gonna watch it
over
while he's
and over
editing.
and over and over again.
It's still you.
I know, but for me, it was a little bit more John Louis when he sort of kind of nominated me.
Is it me now?
And it's more you just because of the diversion and that thing. And I know we're all having fun, and I'm guilty of it as well.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of love the anarchy of this game.
Mm-hmm. There was some quality about mine that was.
There was some quality of pulling away from the game that was interesting to me. And that's what I'm commenting on.
I'll take that.
The nihilism.
The nihilism?
That's just an adjective to describe that attitude of like, you know what, yeah, fuck it. You know, not taking it so seriously.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'll take that. That's legitimate.
Which I think is what you were addressing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's kind of pulling out of the game. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
I'm very honored that no one suspected me of anything. I am.
I suspected you on your first when you opened in your testimony or whatever.
Terrible, man.
And that's what pulled my radar a little bit that way. My radar's a little bit that way right now, but not far enough. Not
to make a nomination?
No way. Not now. Not enough data.
How do we unearth that?
The data?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess just maintain the
focus.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention I crossed my legs.
Yeah, you did forget to. No, I'm just kidding.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
I'm gonna recheck my token.
Just to be sure. I'm gonna do the same thing.
I'm not going to.
Oh, you know what we should do? This would be very rebellious. I'll see how Seabass reacts to this. It's never been explicitly said that I can't do this, I don't think. What if you guys put your blindfolds on and I show my thing to the camera? Oh, that would be Bulldog.
I will say, you can do that, by the way. I think that's a good idea.
It's good dramatic irony.
That would be cool.
But it doesn't it kind of say on the screen who's who?
All I'm gonna do is blur it out.
You would blur it out?
I have to.
Why do you have to?
Wow.
I'm not gonna go further. It's not a game-related question for the rules.
You haven't thought about that yet, have you?
Yes, I have. The only reason where it actually makes a difference where I would disqualify you for doing that right away is if this was a live stream and I can't blur it out. The reason why I would blur it out, and this is not a game-related question, but I'm entertaining.
It is a game-related question.
It has nothing to do with the rules of the game.
Well, the rule is that I'm not allowed to do that, right?
As long as they don't see it, you haven't done anything for me to stop the game.
All right, I'll ask you later.
Thank you.
I'm
Interesting.
enjoying my bourbon.
Yeah.
I finished mine. I like that shirt.
This one?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You know what would go good with that? A coat, maybe a hat.
Maybe outside I'd wear that. Not inside
didn't.
where it's nice and warm.
Yeah, but you didn't outside. You did.
That's fair. I did not outside.
That's fair. Fuck you.
I wore a jacket this morning. You know what I did?
You wore a jacket?
I sweat.
Is that what you did?
It was unpleasant for me.
You see what I did? You said, I wore a jacket this morning. You know what I did? And I said, did you wear a jacket?
Can you do it? Can you run me through that again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
First you said,
Yeah. This is really good TV, Joel.
it's my fault. It's my fault.
No, I think we should all share this responsibility. But I want you specifically to feel bad
To
about
feel bad about it. Believe me, I shoulder a great weight.
it. Yeah, with all the layers on, I bet you do.
That's not... I was gonna say, ooh, that joke's not getting old, but they laughed, and it's not. It's actually not getting. No, it's still happening.
It's going on. The climate clothing jokes are still in play.
Brought it on myself.
Yeah.
I brought it back there because I made fun of you for not wearing it. But don't you think it's a little more ridiculous for you? Well, I'm gonna stop.
No, I agree.
I'm gonna.
I left my home prematurely.
So you're wearing too little. I'm wearing too much.
I think that John Louis is wearing the correct amount of clothing.
The perfect moderation, huh?
Yeah. He's got a t-shirt, but he's got a nice leather jacket on.
I appreciate that. It's like a...
If I were wearing just one T-shirt and one jacket, I would be pneumonia dead.
I mean, you'd be
Mega
surprised.
pneumonia dead.
It does the job when you go like that, cover yourself up, and then when you want to be free, it's like the best of both worlds at the same time.
When you want to be like film noiric. Is that a word?
Yeah, like
I'm crossing my other leg.
I'm leaning my legs out because I'm taking the time to step back and observe.
You got sleazy legs, man.
Thanks for noticing, babe.
Your legs are like they're like have a separate agenda. They're like God knows.
Come hither legs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come hither. Are you a liar or a seeker?
Seeker. Do you guys want to sing a song?
Actually, yeah. It's kind of fun, yeah. John Louis.
I'm all in.
Okay.
Are you a seeker or a liar?
I'm a seeker. I feel like a seeker too. I'm like sat back. I'm just
Yeah.
quietly watching, almost. You know,
All right.
not contributing as much. I know.
Yeah.
Just trying to, collect ideas. And I would say that it is also kind of, telltale the distractions and all this and pulling away from it. But part of me thinks that that's just genuinely you just being yourself, brother seeker.
That's what I think too.
By the way, I also think that.
You do think that.
Yeah.
So where does that leave us, gentlemen?
I don't know. We're in Songland? Maybe?
Are you a seeker or whatever the other a liar?
I'm a seeker.
I was gonna say pirate.
I wish I were a pirate, but I'm a seeker.
You're the seeker?
Yeah.
For sure?
Yeah, I'm one of the two seekers.
I mean... Huh?
Can I say fuck more?
As long as it's not a threat, you can say whatever you like.
Well, now who's to say if it's a threat or
You
like?
can't have a direct object.
If you say something that the person who you were talking to construes as a threat,
Well, if they construe it, what if they're just?
I am going to ask the person who said the statement whether they meant that as a threat. And if they deny it, then that's it. If they confirm it, I disqualify them. Got it?
Yes, thank you.
You can't smoke here.
It's not that we're not interesting. I think the three of us are interesting individuals.
I think we are too.
I think this game is not terribly compelling so far. And I think it's just because of an unfortunate, the way our personalities, I don't think,
No, I'm agreeing with you.
I don't think we're very apt to attack one another.
I think that...
Right. The
yeah.
vibes are really kind and good, and we're all just
Yeah.
chumming away, being chums,
Yeah.
howling around.
Which is very nice, but it's not productive
to the end goal of
Yeah.
of this particular.
sussing each other out.
Right.
Yeah.
Perhaps we just have to
Should we do another?
make some more nominations.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do
All right. Ready?
Yeah,
You
let's
ready?
do it. Okay.
I nominate myself.
Not allowed.
I thought that was allowed.
It's not allowed?
You are allowed to vote for yourself. That's it. That's it.
interesting.
Make a nomination.
Can you tell that I'm not pleased? I was gonna nominate myself.
Would you,
You can
for us to
request
nominate?
one of them to nominate you, and then vote for yourself.
No, I wasn't gonna vote for myself.
That seems to be
Was I gonna
most
vote for myself?
nihilistic.
I was just gonna stir the pot by creating a trial without.
What you?
All right.
There's only one option. I'm just letting you guys know what that option is in case things stagnate. I offer an informal point vote. I ask you guys to put on your first of all, you guys all agree to do it, and then you put on your masks. I don't play any music, and I say on 3, point to who you believe is the liar, and then everyone will point or might not point, depending on whether they have a suspicion or not. And then you get some data
All right.
on suspicions.
That's interesting.
I think we can do it. I think we have already done informal versions of that. I mean, I'm open to doing that if you guys want to do that. I don't know if that's much more.
Would you?
Yeah, I'm game for that.
Let's do that.
Do a point vote?
All right.
Do we do
Let's do a point.
masks?
Everyone,
Point
please.
Who we suspect?
Correct.
We all know what's about to happen, though, don't we?
I think so.
I think so.
I think you guys are gonna point at me, and I'm gonna point at you.
Well, let's see what happens.
Can we see if that's what happens?
All right. Everyone put on your masks, stick out your fists. Or sorry, there are no sticking out of the fists. My bad. On 3, please point to who you believe is the liar. 1, 2, 3. Masks off.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
damn, man.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's the case too. You know,
It's all
it's
good.
not even like.
I feel it. I feel this actually a little bit. So.
Okay, why don't we talk about that for a second?
Yeah.
Why don't we talk about either or both of why the direction is going that way,
Yeah.
and maybe like what your response is to that.
So let's do it in that structure.
Right.
Let's do what you guys see, because I feel the dynamic. I wonder what it's based on.
I mean, perhaps I can't tell if it's just a preconception that I walked into saying,
Yeah.
it would be ironic if it was Ben. That's part of it.
Yeah.
But I also think there's something in Joel's brutal honesty and the way that he's almost breaking down the conventions constantly that makes me sort of trust that he's also the seeker. So that's where both those things are coming in for me.
Gotcha. Yeah.
This game is hard.
Yeah. I forgot that I was under nomination, so I can talk.
Yeah.
Typically, when I play with you, you don't do any votes the first time, which I think is what most people do. You don't do any votes the first time, but then you're hasty to find a flaw that very quickly, short after that, and nominate second, and then you vote. And you haven't done that. Like, you're actually holding back, so I'm suspecting you a little bit less than I was, just because of my past experiences with you playing.
So when I'm the guilty party, I do that.
When you're the guilty party, I think you're a little bit more hawkish than you are now.
When I'm the guilty party, I'm more hawkish.
Yeah.
But now you've just convinced me more so that he's trustworthy,
Yeah.
making me want.
No, I'm serious. No, I understand that that's a possibility.
Well, then I want to nominate Ben.
Cool.
Rephrase.
No, I nominate Ben.
All right, trial 2. Jean-Louis has nominated Ben. Jean-Louis, would you like to provide testimony?
Yes. This is all based off of the information that I've gathered in the last couple minutes or so. It seems that it's mainly because I'm trusting Joel a lot more based off of his demeanor and recklessness. And the fact that I entered this with this feeling, and I feel like I'm just going to drive it through right now.
Is
For
that
better
all?
or for worse, that's all.
Thank you, Jean-Louis. Joel, would you like to provide testimony?
Sure. My name is pronounced Joel. Jean-Louis.
What did I say?
You said Joel, which is what Courtney Hill calls me. The problem is, I'm not ready to vote. I wish I had more. Let me try to think if I have anything of any actual value to say. I could just reiterate my original, your demeanor, your behavior. That was a little strange just then when you were saying that my behavior thing, the whatever thing. You made the point, and then he was like, "Yeah, but that would further give further evidence that you're the guilty party and I'm not." And you agreed, and you said you were agreeing, and then you made some Ben faces. So I don't know. There were moments in there where you went up like even a little bit more, maybe. That's all I got.
Thank you. Ben, would you like to defend yourself?
Sure. Yeah. Let me just see if I have anything. Fair. Joel, fair. That was a weird thing for me to bring up. I'm just trying to take in any data I have, and most of it's in the past data, based on things I know, because the majority of our dialogue isn't game-driven, so I'm just trying to find things. I understand that does make it more not you, and thus more me, but that's fine. In regards to John Louis, for some reason I don't think I can shake this suspicion, and that's cool. I feel like I understand kind of what you're saying in regards to the dynamic and stuff, and I don't feel a super need to shake it either, because I feel like if I'm shaking it, that's going against how I'm gonna play the game, and if I'm innocent, I don't really need to shake it up. So I'm gonna go ahead and end my response there.
That's all?
Yeah.
Thank you, Ben. Everyone, except for Ben, please put on your mask and stick out your fist.
I'll figure that out.
If you would like to eliminate Ben, please lift your thumb and keep it up now. Masks off. One vote from Joel. Ben is still in the game.
Well, I actually thought you weren't going to put your thumb up at all.
I wasn't going to.
You made it completely seem like you weren't going to put your thumb up.
I wasn't going to. After that, I got like way more mega lead horse thing.
That's so crazy because I literally got the opposite. I was swayed completely by what he said. Okay, so when I voted, I was like, I took in what he was saying, and I was like, maybe it really is based off of this prejudice, and it doesn't seem like Joel's gonna vote, so I'm gonna look like an asshole if I vote. Let's let this go a little more. But it really wasn't the pretense that I didn't think you were gonna vote him out.
I figured there was a high chance you were not gonna vote and the game would continue, and then I guess this would be more information, but I also figured if we did vote, at least the game would end.
Well, my biggest suspicion was that you wouldn't vote for him if you knew that you were the liar. You know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't. What? Would you vote him out knowing that he's not?
What is the question?
Sorry.
He's saying, why would you vote out a seeker? Just to end the game.
I was saying that I didn't think you were going to vote him out for that reason. And that's why you were staying. That's why you were so adamant as to not voting, which made me suspicious of you. If that's 100% understood.
Follow.
All right, so I'll rephrase it. Basically, I thought that you weren't going to vote for Ben off of what you said, but also because you knew that you were the liar, so you weren't going to actively vote out someone you knew was a seeker if you were a liar. So, again, in other words, I thought that you weren't going to vote him out because you were the liar.
If I don't...
And that was my suspicion.
Because I made it very clear that I wasn't going to vote, so then voting makes me look suspicious if I'm the guilty party, but being that I did...
The opposite. It's the opposite of what you said. Because you voted,
Because I said I wasn't
trust
going
you
to,
again.
but because I voted, you trust me again. Because I voted.
Does this make no? Does it make no sense?
There was a second there where I thought it started to make sense, but now I'm not sure still.
So basically, I thought you were trying to sway from voting for Ben because you knew that you were the liar and you weren't going to vote out a seeker, knowingly.
But that's what the liar does. He votes out.
He votes out the seeker. You're right.
Not to try to punch holes in your logic for thinking that I'm innocent, but that I don't follow that logic on that.
That's okay. That's all right. I think that was me not understanding the point of the liar wanting to put out a seeker, because the liar wants to vote out a seeker knowingly.
Yeah. All right. So let's
retract that. Let's just erase that whole bit.
Yeah. Why don't we do what we didn't do always, every single time, and why don't we take a second to review exactly what's at stake and what everyone's trying to accomplish and what the ideas are here.
Yeah.
So 2 seekers, 1 liar.
Yeah.
The liar only lies about one thing, which is he says that he's a seeker. So the game ends. Well, I mean, there's only 3 of us, so when one of the 3 of us is voted off the island,
The game ends.
the game ends. And if both of the 2 remaining survivors are seekers, then the seekers win. If either of the 2 remaining is the guilty party, then the guilty party wins.
Right.
Was that clear and concise? It felt like maybe it was.
Yeah. No, it was precise.
Do you have questions? You can direct them to our fearless leader. Or
I'm
me,
good.
or... I'm gonna cross my fingers too.
I'm as peace as I can be at this moment.
Another way to put it, just to clarify, is the game ends with the loss of the seeker majority, or the destruction, in the case of the team game in the inner circle, the Illuminati, or the loss of the liar.
That was much clearer. He should have just...
Said that. No.
That was,
Well, I'm stuck in a hole now. Almost. I feel like.
You are, not yet, you're not. Just wait.
This is interesting data for me.
I was enough for me to vote for you, and if you
No, I
voted to
understand
for you,
that.
it was enough for me to kill you and see.
And I know why.
You do?
No, because I felt it. I felt like on edge in that.
I don't know, you were like, well, I guess I understand that you guys kind of suspect me. You didn't really give a reason for us.
Spot on.
Huh?
Spot on imitation.
Did you go to grad school for acting?
Well, where are
I
you?
dabble.
Where are you at? Suspect wise, because it seems
I don't
like
fucking know, man.
You've kind of been the victim
Joel.
this whole time.
Yeah, kind of Joel, just because he voted. He's the first person to vote.
Yeah, but that's like the rule about not starting a sentence with the word "and." That's like first grade rules. Yeah, I voted. I'm still innocent. You both know it, so let's focus on which one of the 2 of you. I'm not kidding. I was gonna say I'm just kidding, but then I said I'm not kidding.
I know you're not kidding. That's the
I'm
thing.
not kidding.
Cross my legs there. It actually, the reason I said that that's interesting is because it actually doesn't clarify anything for me. It makes it weirder for me.
Right.
Yeah, which I think is sort of how you were feeling.
But I was asking,
Yeah, it makes it weirder.
Makes it more nebulous.
Yeah, exactly.
It could really go either way.
Yeah.
Not so chummy anymore.
No, not so chummy anymore. I do feel a little bit of an edge.
This is what happens when you just have a game of 3 actors who are
I want. It's hard.
Yeah,
It's really hard.
it is hard.
I still mostly think it's you.
I know you do.
Maybe you should make another nomination.
I don't think I'm gonna do that. I voted. I could easily just historically, although I mean, here's the thing. This game as entertainment for viewers, it's probably more interesting, like, you know, some of the games where you have people who are rah-rah and doing all this.
Yeah, sure.
But I feel like this is actually a way better game of this game. You know what I mean?
It's operating on 2 different levels, which is nice. So most games just operate on 1, right?
What do you mean?
What I mean is, like, most games it's very like objective material data. It's like, oh, you seem kind of nervous. Oh, you said that one thing. Like, it's very like on the what has occurred in our space time, and like ours is like that, but it's also like this.
It's based off of prior knowledge.
It's like based off of prior knowledge, and like this kind of like dynamic quality that maybe we're being especially perceptive to this evening, which is nice, actually.
I think that this is a really good game because
I'm actively trying to sort this out.
Yeah, there's mystery, and I just don't think it's extraordinarily compelling television. Like, I wouldn't watch a really good chess match either. You know what I mean?
Right.
Gotcha.
I feel like this is a good
Unless
game.
the chess match,
Nobody's gonna watch
the chess
it.
match had that substance to it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, if the two of them are like, oh,
I mean, not substance like fireworks.
yeah, but like the guy saying, you know, your tits look weird, or, you know, saying something terrible and condescending. Hi, Adam.
Sup, Doc?
But yeah, no, I do actually think this is a good game. I just feel like a responsibility as like a pseudo performer.
Yeah.
I thought you were shushing me. You would shh.
Oh, I said sure too quickly.
He said sure. Did you guys do a warm up?
Shut up, Joel.
Before every game of Lying for Money, the ensemble does a group warm up. We should do it behind the scenes.
Have like another set of 6 GoPros right here.
That's right.
One in the bathroom, on the other side of the mirror.
Definitely.
Lying for money. Reality. Yeah, man, it could go either way for me, really. I feel grateful that I have never been an object of suspicion. Was a great thing. I feel like you guys definitely trust me.
I mean, I don't have zero suspicion for you.
Yeah.
I don't have zero suspicion for you. I guess things like that last rebuttal, it's like you are more suspicious to me.
Well, if you have yeah, I mean, I don't want to argue against the fact to seem more suspicious, but I definitely feel like if you in your heart feel it's that way, that you should make another nomination.
Let me say a couple of things about you. First of all, that thing about, like, you know, the tides and the spheres and all that stuff.
Oh God.
You know.
Oh God.
That was also probably within the first couple of minutes. So you get the benefit of, you know, warming up into it and saying weird shit. So that could very easily.
That's exactly what that was. You know, that's what that was. I mean, I was just.
I believe that it's very likely that that's the case, but I do still house the memory of when it happened and being like, ooh, that's weird. The other thing is the focus has been. I feel like I look pretty innocent to both of you guys, and I feel like we both kind of are looking at Ben a lot. So if you are the liar, you can kind of sit back and let us. This is what happened to me last time. Because Rigel was sitting where you're sitting, and Adam Engel was sitting where you're sitting, and like Adam and I just kind of went at it until we just destroyed each other, and then Rigel won. He didn't have to participate that much. He won without.
He sat back. Yeah, no.
He sat back.
Well, you know what happened to me last time? Last time I played, it was I was actively trying to catch out the liar, and by doing that, I looked like the liar. And I was like, nah, guys, I fucking swear to God, I'm the seeker.
Yeah.
I'm here. I think it's this guy. And then because of that, I ended up getting X'd out.
So you're trying not to be
this
quite
time,
so.
So this time it was a little more of a back-footed thing, but in both scenarios, I was the seeker, just trying to make shit happen and figure out who's who.
Gotcha.
Who's who in this scenario.
I mean, that makes sense to me too. It could be either of those two.
I suppose it could always be. I mean. I'm pretty confident in that
for a long time. I think we should just turn the cameras off and we should just play the game. And then,
I really want to know, because now I'm like, I
think you should cut out like the mid 40 minutes of this game.
Be careful, the necklace I can see is pulling on your mic.
Oh, right. We got them fidgets.
Where are you at?
Where am I at? Okay, real talk. I dig that.
No, that was
That's good.
that's great.
Well
That's
done.
good TV. Where I'm at, I don't know. You voted, but that's not enough for me. That's really not enough for me, actually. And also, I stand by what I said, by the fact that I know how you play, and you're not playing like you are when you're a liar. You're playing like you are when you're a seeker.
So are you right in the middle?
I'm right in the middle. I don't know if I want it to move towards you, so I'm trying to move it towards you, just to diversify the game and break this thing.
Right.
It's just so weird because to me that's the biggest thing now. Because if you're so trusting of him as being a seeker, and then I'm also a seeker, I'm just left in a position where I'm like, then you must be
Right.
then you must be the liar.
Which is fair, and I'm going off of prior knowledge.
I'm doing that too. I'm looking at you and I'm looking at your thing, and I know you intimately, and I'm like, oh, his
Just seems too obvious.
He's a little, you know. But then I'm like, I don't know.
It's a good impression of yourself.
Thanks. And then like you're kind of cool, and and you're being cool, but maybe you're just cool.
Maybe, man. Maybe.
You're like a little funny and articulate, but that's the way you are anyway.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah.
Fuck, that leaves me right in the middle.
Yeah.
Because I want to just jump on that and be like, you must be the liar, but also part of me is like, why would you sabotage yourself like that unless there was just an innocence about it? I don't know.
Good.
Here we are again.
I'm glad we settled that, guys.
Gentlemen.
For those of you watching at home, that was. Did you catch that one? Did you catch the good?
Good.
No.
Yeah.
It's like dot 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 dot.
Good.
So for those watching at home, playing Joel Bingo, that's a doubler, which is when Joel does the same illusion twice. But he was alluding to an educational experience that you weren't part of. So if you scored that one, you get now double points for that one.
Ooh. Goodness.
You need wireless mics because this will be a much more interesting game if we can like touch each other.
It's a weird impulse.
I'll tell you why later.
Oh.
Ooh. That's a very a thing that I could point to and make accusations based on.
You can go for that.
No, you
Let me
think?
fix it.
I think what I'm gonna do is I think I'll join you.
I don't want to be left out.
Yeah, I like you. You definitely have the best by far of masks.
Thank you, man. I've been drawing for a while. Usually go for the cockeyed look,
Can we take side bets about how long it's going to take for Bagel to take his own life?
I don't
Because
gamble.
I give him
I don't gamble.
I give him about 10 minutes before audible
Can we get him another
displeasure.
drink? Can someone get him another drink, please?
Waiter. You need a waiter. Ooh, you should have a waiter.
Oh, that'd be cool.
You should be the
You
waiter.
could hire any of us.
Oh man, I'm so stressed out
We're
trying to figure this
qualified.
out.
Yeah.
And the waiter has to dress like, cater waiter.
A vest.
No vest. Only the bartenders wear vests, and only some of the time.
Oh, I work for a better company.
What did you do?
You don't get to talk ever again. So, Bagel, what'd you do today? I'm just kidding. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's all right. It's funny.
Guys.
I wish Arbor was here again, so he could bring me more whiskey.
I mean, if you guys want more bourbon, Jason just has to go get it from the cabinet.
So do you trust that he's...
Not fully, but my only data towards him, other than to counter his vote, the only thing in the other pool for me is that I don't feel, based on how I've played with him before, that he's playing like a liar.
So then, okay.
So, but on the contrary, he did vote. So that's like the concrete evidence against him for me.
Yeah, but aren't we all agreed about the fact that I voted is... We understand why I did it and that it doesn't make me suspicious.
It's that.
By the way, the next time you utter the word data, I'm gonna punch you in the face.
How many times did I say it?
Like way more times than anyone who doesn't work in a field where they need to say it because of their business. Like most people say the word data, I think, never, or like once in their whole life.
What should I say instead? Evidence? Is evidence better for
You
you?
can keep saying data. I just wanted to see if I threatened you,
I'll
if he was
switch
going to
it up.
ask me
I'll
if I
say
meant it.
data.
I know, I was waiting on that too.
I was waiting for the... If you would like to threaten Ben...
I'll say data instead. I'll switch it up.
Can you say the ta?
I will say data.
Data? I'll take data.
I
Data
like
is,
that a
is
lot.
groovy as shit. Data sounds delicious. But Seabass wouldn't eat it.
We have some crudité and some crudita.
Yeah. Can we get some data? Oh, my ninja.
Very close.
You can't...
With that thinking, would you then say that... Would that... If you don't suspect him, would that make me the liar?
More so.
More so?
For me. Now, because
Thank you, Bagel.
Now I'm going on like...
Sure.
What isn't, right? So my things of what is.
You're working with what isn't, which is like yes and no.
My data, my negative data, I will say, is that you have been back-footed and haven't been particularly accusatory, except for that one thing early on.
Bagel, can you
but
not
we understand that.
freaking kick my shoes, please? He's gonna do it again on the way back. Yeah. Sláinte.
So, I mean, that's the only thing I have against you, is that I don't have things against you.
Sláinte.
Jesus.
Joel.
Cheers. Jean-Marie. As they called me last night.
What was I gonna say? Ooh, I had a thing. It's gone. Doesn't matter. I think...
Sounds really solid.
But then your sights are still on Ben.
The sights are still mostly on Ben. Mostly. And here's the thing. I know how this ends. I've seen it in my dreams. I'm not gonna win. So it's like I have the weird impulse that fights back once I lock on someone and I'm like, all right, get him. It doesn't
Oh, oops. I know.
What I want you to understand is that I control the outcome of this game. I'm gonna lose. So put it down.
I'll tell you this. If you make a strong attack, I'll back you up.
That's interesting. That is the most interesting phrase I've heard yet. And that was it for you, wasn't it?
Speak.
That's what I have.
Oh,
he just said, if you make a move, that he'll back you up.
Right.
Which means that he's gonna vote.
If you really have...
I understand all the things you're saying.
Got it.
If you so if you really have a strong hand in the outcome of the game, and you always lose, well, I'm giving you my word. Now, that would ultimately cause you to win.
I wouldn't mind winning. I've never done it.
You need to know.
You need to know.
Feelings.
For those of you playing Bingo Ben, that's from a movie starring Salma Hayek and Penelope Cruz, and oddly, Sam Shepard shoots one of their hats off.
No.
What was I gonna say? Oh, I had a thing to say, but then you said you need to know, and then I had happy memories.
That was my fault.
You did it on purpose. Oh yeah, I was saying that it would be nice to win one of these days. But I suppose the most important question is, or the most obvious question is, how can I trust you? You could be a program, and if that's true, then you're just a part of this system, another system of control.
I'm just planting seeds.
You did that like a lawyer. You went, how can I trust you?
Yeah, I went whoop,
Yeah.
and I misquoted The Matrix Reloaded.
So that makes no difference for the people playing at home. It's a misquote.
The people playing at home are doing something else now. That was very Anthony Hopkins. Did you see what I just did? That was very Anthony Hopkins.
I was watching your hands. I was busy watching your hands.
I was looking at a thing, and then I said a thing. I don't know.
Definitely trademark Hopkins. Doing two things simultaneous like.
It was nice that we had these final moments together.
It was good.
He wasn't a bad kid, was he?
No, it's been super pleasant. It's everything's been very positive. Even the attacks and the rebuttals, which almost makes me feel like, I don't even care if you are the liar, man. As long as you drink more bourbon, hang out for a bit.
I don't want to vote you off because just in case you cry.
I was actually thinking about that.
You think about crying?
No. I was thinking about. Anyway, I'll get this. I'm about to divert this way off. So go.
Might be in your best interest, because what I want to see from you is, just give me something.
Just like a strong.
Just give me something to let me know.
Yeah.
That, anything. Yeah, I want to be on your team.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
I do.
I would love to not be voted off. That would be great. It's I would. That's great. I will.
I'm just grasping for water,
Yeah.
you know.
No, yeah.
And it's slipping through my fingers.
Yeah.
Because it would just be such a sick fucking joke if we voted you off.
And it turned out to be
And
me.
it turned out to be you. That would just be brutal.
That'd be like an Adam Angle game.
Ugh.
That would be a big win for me.
That
would be a big
terrible.
win. I
Well, you
recognize
could
that.
make it happen. You could make it happen because if you nominate me, he'll vote for me.
Well, he said that a couple of minutes ago. Is that still the case?
It's a couple minutes ago, and I
think
I don't
things
know.
have shifted a little. I don't know for sure if I went after you, unless he's the. In the
I'm
version where he's
I'm
not
opened
the
up
liar.
again. Like I said, I'm open. I'm not. I don't want to have any sort of particular attack on you for no reason. I just need and right now, if he's a liar, then he's one smooth con man.
Yeah.
And that makes me upset.
You should be proud of me.
I am. It's a double-edged sword there.
The day that I get a liar card, I think it's going to be a really short game, because as soon as I see it, my head's going to explode. I can't imagine. It's going to be crazy. People are going to come after me, and I'm going to be like, no, don't.
What if that works though? What if that's someone's kryptonite? They're like,
He said not to. Why did you vote for him? He said not to. I trusted him. He's never been a liar before.
he's got that mustache of truth.
With a mustache of truth.
Is that what they're calling it?
You have the beard of courage. No, the beard of wisdom.
I appreciate either of those, and I hope that they are interchangeable.
I meant them ironically. Eat a dick.
Sebastian, Joel Bernard Steinberger just told me to eat a dick, and that felt threatening to me. It was a real trigger for me, actually.
But it was clearly not a threat.
Okay, so I'm sorry for saying that.
Yeah, he didn't say if this, then I will do that.
Okay, he just
If you don't
command.
eat a
Force
dick,
you to-
he was
I will feed
he was
you
offensive, which is totally allowed.
okay. Gotcha. All right. Oh, I just wanted to see that happen.
You wanna eat a dick? Oh.
I will say there have been plenty of opportunities where you could call him out on that.
Yeah.
On being unthreatening?
Yes.
And making threats?
There have been a couple.
Who's counting? Who's keeping score?
For those keeping it score at home, call in. Let us know how many times
We'll
it's
put the number.
happened, and we will give you a 3
Super
second.
Nintendo. We're giving away 10 Super Nintendos tonight.
Can't make that promise, Joel.
This is like Where's Waldo? When you get to the end, they're like, okay, now find 7 wizards. You know what I'm saying?
I know what color those wizards are and everything. Those are my favorite to find.
Those wizards were a blue or purple, weren't
The
they?
hats were blue. The wizards were
Perp.
Well, I think they were red, weren't they? Were they not?
I don't
They
know.
were like straight up red.
I don't know.
With a
Fuck
white
those
beard
wizards.
and blue.
They definitely look like Gandalf.
They definitely look like Gandalf.
Gandalf.
And it's not Gandalf like Randolph, it's Gandalf. With an A, Gandalf.
Like Cardinal A.
No. Gandalf? No, it's Elf. What does that sound? What's Gandalf?
They definitely don't fucking say Gandalf.
It's El Mariachi.
That's just a soft L. It's just a Russian guy saying he likes Gandalf.
Oh, hi, Jean-Louis. I'm sorry.
What's up, guys? Now I've been with my own internal monologue, just kind of sussing it out. Are you the liar or the seeker?
I'm the seeker.
You're the seeker?
This time around, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, you're both suspicious to me, babies.
I want to believe that.
Yes.
All right, here's what keeps happening to me.
Okay.
On a loop. I look at you and I'm like, it's probably him. But then I look at you and I'm like, no, I don't trust him.
Yeah.
And then you say something to soften me up and I'm like, yeah. Oh, yeah, we're playing Lying for Money. And then I go back and I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of don't trust you. Ooh, but I don't trust you. Oh, and then and it's just, I'm in a terrible loop, as Adam Engel will call it. Hi, Adam.
Hello, Adam.
Hey, Adam. Yeah, man. I feel you.
All right, let me try something. I'm trying to find a way, and it's not going to happen. I'm trying to find a way. This is ridiculous. But it has happened before in like total unofficial off-the-record games.
What would you call a game like that?
Yeah, for
I would call it...
funny games.
I would call it Lying for Money.
Go on. Anyway, sorry, I'm interrupting you. Go on. I just love to interrupt you.
Yeah, no. It's not gonna happen. I was gonna try to bring the game to a place where I could get both of you to agree that I'm definitely innocent. It's not gonna happen because then I would be like, okay, now both of you have to prove to me. But that's not that that's impossible, but it's not really likely.
How would you even go about that?
I don't know because I think both of you kind of. I'm the second contender, right, for both of you, or am I just assuming that?
Last time I checked, Ben was pretty suspicious of you.
Am I your lead horse?
No, you are my second now. You were my first.
Yeah, like that while.
Now
Like,
you're my first.
2
lead
days ago
horse.
when we started, I was his lead horse.
30
years ago.
48 hours.
Yeah.
So I'm your lead horse.
Yeah, now, but like not like
I mean, I don't take it
you're not
personally.
nominating territory, but like
Who's your lead horse?
no.
It's him, right? Or is it not necessarily?
It was me.
It's wavering, but it's still you. No,
Yeah, exactly.
it's
Still
still
me.
Ben.
All right, so maybe in a few minutes. I'm just pointing that out. That I feel like no one's really thinking like that. It's most likely me. I know I don't have enough.
Well, I feel the same
Protection.
way. So, what is stopping us from nominating Ben?
Well, if you guys both more suspect one another than me, I don't know if that's grammatically English. I'm not saying that he's my lead horse and so is it for you too and so we should get him. I'm not trying to point out that it's obvious that we all kind of mutually agree that someone is guilty. I'm kind of trying to create a scenario where, and this is so self-aggrandizing, that we all kind of agree that I'm innocent.
But
That's not going to happen.
I mean, is that what you want from me? Is that affirmation that you're innocent?
I mean, if I can get that, then yes, I do want it. But
Yeah.
that
I mean,
seems-
all I said is that if you make a strong move, then I would trust you and trust your innocence.
that makes you suspicious to me.
I can't affirm anyone's innocent in a sudden death match. just because nobody can fade back at a sudden death. So I can't affirm you're innocent. You are not my lead horse.
I'm not your lead horse, and I'm not your lead horse. I'm saying, we'll come back to this maybe.
Fine.
I mean, it has shifted now. I'm less certain than I was before.
That you're the liar. Nothing. I just kind of threw a curveball there. Nothing.
Stir in the pot.
No.
I can't do the. Can you do the leg thing? I can't do the leg thing. Oh
Something where it's like,
Night stanky leg.
this is good for me. This is really.
Up and out. Emoji.
Raph does that really well.
Feng shui.
Yeah, it's difficult with these.
Yeah, it has shifted, because all of that, like, I could see where you would suspect me, but I don't. I was like, oh, it's fucking Ben. Let me vote for him, and if he lives,
Just leave it.
And if he lives,
then the game will go on, and the game will go on. Yeah. If he dies, I suspected him enough. Don't touch. If that's my phone, don't touch it. I'm gonna just see if it. I'm just gonna hit a thing that if it's mine, will make it stop ringing. I won't flip it over. I didn't actually do it. By the time I touched it, it already stopped. So I don't know if it was mine.
Can you put it on silent?
I think it's on silent.
Definitely not.
No, it's not me. It's not me. My phone's on silent. I swear to Christ.
Okay.
Do you believe in Christ?
Alright, just leave it.
I mean, I believe that it's very likely that he existed.
Wow, that's interesting. What were you
I
saying?
didn't believe he was an X-Man. We're gonna make up for the lack of compelling first 30 minutes for the last few minutes to be just really incendiary. Okay, so when
it
you
takes
were,
time to build. Yeah.
when you were like, I was like, ooh, no, definitely you, and I'll vote. And if you don't die, which most likely you won't, the game will continue. But at that moment, I believed in it enough to accept it if you died and I was wrong, because I feel, because I always lose. It's not like, oh no, what if it's not, like at that moment it was like, I suspect you enough to take you out if he's gonna vote, and I'm almost certain he won't, so it seemed like risk versus reward.
Yeah.
Then this is harder to describe.
Then
You are appearing more suspicious to me. I'm working on the way to articulate exactly why. It has to do with your demeanor, and
It could be because I'm making sly attacks, and because I'm taking a position of like making bargains, like being like, hey, I trust you, I give you my trust, I give you, which is all can be read as pretty suspicious
that's all.
things.
I wasn't even thinking that in the moment, but yes to that. There's also
you
something.
said that.
There's
You
also,
said that. That's
well,
where I
there's
got
also
that from.
something in your demeanor or something that I'm gonna try to articulate if I can. But for
Right.
now, I'll stick to those things that are more tangible. Yeah. The thing about if you make a move, I'll follow you. That's like, if you vote him off, I'll vote him off. It's like, okay, so then you fucking start some shit with him and try to get me to vote him off, you know? Don't just tell me if you go for him, I'll go for it, because that sounds very like
Okay, so if
like
I
an
were to
organized
nominate
crime.
him, would you back me up?
See, you're still
But it's just the opposite now. I'm just switching it over and
like
asking the question.
super hypothetically,
Yeah, hypothetically.
because I was also suspicious that you
No,
asked me
I
that
need
just
more
now.
guitar. Let's say for now.
It's weird because I was really suspicious, but I think I had you wrong. And I think it's you. I kind of think it's you
He
now.
thinks it's me.
kinda think
This
it's
is
you
exactly
now.
what happened last time. I'm fucking myself. It's just tactics.
I mean, like, listen. It's been the needle has been in the center, and it was like a few degrees to his side, and now it's like a few degrees to your side. It's not like, you know,
Oh Jesus.
the game is not over as far as I'm concerned. But
Oh,
you're,
Jesus.
yeah, might be my lead horse. Just for the next 5 minutes, you're my lead horse.
Okay, let's entertain that.
Yeah,
My God.
go in shifts.
That's where it gets interesting, because the second someone is antagonistic, like instinct wants to be like, "You're my lead horse, motherfucker." But the only basis I have really on that is that you'd just be playing the game very well, and I'd be trusting the fact that you'd be the liar based off of pure ability to seem like the seeker. Like if I were to nominate you, it would be because I think that you would be the liar precisely because you seem like the seeker so much.
Because it's like you seem like such a seeker that you must be doing a great job as the liar.
Yes.
Yeah?
Doesn't hold court very well.
No, I'm just that's what you're saying.
That's where I'm at with you.
I mean, it seems like such a shite move, but people do it. So like historically, what I'm doing is the shite move. Historically, that's not the case. If you like watch other games that I played, and I think that's a shite move to do that, but people do it. So yeah, if you like historically, that doesn't add up what you're saying. For me to be a brilliant, I mean, I guess it's possible because I've never been.
You keep
I've
bringing
never
that
been
up.
a liar, so there's so that could be. But I guess if you were to sit and watch all the footage of me playing this game, then you should either kill yourself or at least get a hobby. But you would also probably come to the conclusion that I look fairly innocent right now. I think. Being as objective as I can be about something that's extremely subjective.
Yeah.
Is it you? Come on, you can tell me.
It's not me. This is good. This is good TV.
I nominate Ben.
All right, next trial. Jean-Louis has nominated Ben. Jean-Louis, would you like to provide testimony?
Yeah, very simply, Ben, I just think it's you.
Is that it?
That's it.
Thank you, Jean-Louis. Joel, would you like to provide testimony?
Yeah, come on. All right.
Is that it?
Being bold.
No. Is that it?
No, let me think for a second.
You got 5 seconds of silence.
What? What?
You can filibuster, but you can't remain silent.
I'm thinking. Am I allowed?
Think out loud, please.
Nah.
If you don't say anything in 5 seconds, I'm relinquishing the floor.
I have things to say. I'm building the way I'm going to articulate in my. I'm thinking. All right. Start the clock now, and if I don't say it within 5 seconds, you can relinquish the floor.
I start it every time you be quiet.
Okay. All right. What about a sound of hesitation? If I say is that if I vocalize?
As long as you're making sounds.
As long as my vocal cords. Okay. So he is on trial right now. So it's possible for you to die now. It's possible. If I vote and he votes, that's what will happen. You didn't fucking say anything. There was no content, or almost no content to your whatever you want to call it. Testimony? I keep letting it go to like 4.5 seconds. That's a stupid rule. It should be like 10 seconds at least, or like 1,000 seconds. So, I'm not filibustering, not at present. But there was very little substance to that. That was just like a gut feeling. Though you can do a trial just to get things going, so fine. I'm not sure. Okay, let's see what the fuck your rebuttal is, and then we'll see where this goes. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Ben, would you like to defend yourself?
This is my third time defending. I will have you guys know that. No. I don't fucking have anything to say. No, I don't. That's the end of my rebuttal.
All right, thank you, Ben. Everyone except for Ben, please put on your mask and stick out your fist. If you would like to eliminate Ben, please lift your thumb and keep it up now. Masks off. One vote from Jean-Louis. Ben is still in the game.
It's getting exciting now.
What the fuck?
So wait, so there were 3 trials. They were all for you.
All of them.
One was 0 votes, and one was me, and one was him.
Yes.
Yeah, baby.
Exactly.
Yes.
Oh, God.
I'm having fun now. Now I'm having fun.
Damn it.
That was exciting.
That was good. That was tense. Tense for me.
That was cathartic. Ooh, that's like deep woods. Cathartic.
Well, then.
Well then, I'm putting my jacket on the chair as well.
That's it. That was my bold move.
Me in this chair or wearing a jacket?
I am one with the chair. Oh, yeah.
For those of you watching at home, Ben and I are really unusual individuals.
And I'm completely normal. As you can plainly see.
Comparatively, you're like the normal one. Do you think?
I'm alright with that.
I kind of regard you as like, relatively speaking,
I've
I
never
regard you
been
as
the
the
normal one before, so it's a good thing.
I feel like relatively. You know what? I take that back.
I was talking some hokey shit about the flow of the universe.
That's not. But that's not. No, I completely retract that statement. I think we are 3 corners of a triangle.
We can just do the freestyle session now. And come back to the game.
Do we freestyle to the Lying for Money music?
That would make for like very aggressive verses.
He'll be like, I'm gonna vote you off right now. Mama said vote you off right now.
So where we at, gentlemen?
Don't do that.
Well, it's mine.
Okay. So, I'm his lead horse.
Yeah.
You're my lead horse.
Right.
And you are just a good guy.
I appreciate that. You're my lead horse.
Oh, God. Guys, this is exactly what happened last time.
Can we say it out loud? You guys are one another's lead horses. That's the situation, or no? Is that am I misreading what you just said?
No. I was just trying to feel what was happening here.
You don't have a lead horse.
I do. I just made a big move. I know that I didn't have a strong attack, but man, I feel like it spoke for itself. Kind of, you know? Like it is a 3rd time that he was on trial. So I felt like I didn't necessarily need to give a big majestic speech. It's like just fucking there it is, you know, based off of everything that we've gone through. And I didn't articulate it, which was my mistake. Because had I articulated it, I think I would have won you over a little more, but
It's possible.
I went in a little hard-headed on that. I admit.
That's okay. We have an infinite number of trials that we can play. Is there a time limit to this game, by the way?
There's just a technical limit, which is 3 hours on the GoPros.
If we play for 3 hours,
That is something. 5 trials into Ben.
Yeah. After the 6th one, I'll self-immolate.
yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I think after the.
We've probably passed an hour already.
Have we passed an hour already?
Positive.
A long time ago.
We passed an hour a long time
That's
ago?
crazy.
That's pretty cool.
It didn't
I'm actually slightly proud of
feel
that.
like an
I
hour,
did
man.
not feel like an
I have
hour.
felt very
This is
in
an
it.
awesome game, but only for us. This is a great game. Nobody's gonna
I'm
watch
glad
it.
you guys are part of this game. This is a great game.
Nobody. I wouldn't watch it if I were. I mean, I would, but nobody else in the universe.
You're
gonna watch
surprised,
this
man.
by
There's a lot of
yourself,
people with
going
a lot of
around
time on the internet.
I'm gonna watch
At
this.
night.
I'm gonna watch this with you two.
I have
I'm watching it right now.
I have a friend of mine who.
I'm live streaming it.
Oh,
You don't have any friends. Don't lie.
fuck, man. I'm just such a seeker, bro. That's it. I have no friends. I only seek companionship. I need more bourbon. I don't know. I put myself in a vulnerable place. Got shot down. So
Wait a
now
minute, we passed the hour mark a long time ago?
I know. Where have we passed the 2-hour mark?
Okay.
No, definitely, of course not. What? Okay, is it an hour 20?
No.
It's beyond an hour 20? An hour 30?
We're at 124 right now.
Hot diggity fucking damn.
Diggity dog. That's a feature film right there.
Yeah.
It's a full length.
Is this by far the longest match?
Probably
It's
not
the
by
longest
far.
sudden death.
Longest sudden death.
You've definitely broken that record.
What's the longest match? I'm not
The
aiming
longest,
to
the longest match is 2 hours and 40 about.
Okay, so we're still in the. We're not crazy right now.
Yeah, but this is a 3-person game.
That's-
He's talking about like a
He's a
6-person game.
No,
Correct.
I'm aware.
So if you extrapolate,
Pot. Yeah.
I have motivations to not have this. Can you read that back to me, please?
You said ellipsis. I have motivations? Question mark. Question mark has been X'd out. It has been changed to a period.
Right. I have motivations to not let this game go on like forever and ever. So I think I may begin to sit back like 1% less.
I will do that as well.
And then I'm going to finish my time machine, and I'm also going to sit back 1% less in grad school.
Live and learn.
And then get loves.
I gotta say, 1% is moderate. 1% can still lead to another hour here.
That's true.
Trying to suss each other out.
Well, watch this.
All right.
So, I still hold my same original blah 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 things with you. But being kind of, polite and flowery. It's a big deal, I think, that you offered to just jump on the thing if I were to jump on the thing. I think that's fairly significant. So you're my lead horse at present. And it's probably not gonna take moving mountains to get me to vote for you. So FYI.
Thanks, bro.
I apologize. I'm just trying to lay out my shit.
No, lay it out.
Those are honest to goodness thoughts.
No, they're
You know?
and they're good, probable thoughts. I was just because I felt like I didn't support you when you voted Ben off. I was kind of still holding that. Again, I didn't know that
It
you
was
were going to
like it was
vote
a
for
missed
him.
opportunity.
Right, because I could have known the answer a while ago, but I was like, I think I'm going to let myself not look like an asshole right now and save myself for later on in the game. And then you ended up voting for him, and I was like, well, so much for that. And I think that's where that kind of came from, that offer to be like, listen, if you still have the same feeling, I will not vote this time. Like, I'll go in and I'll vote. Just
Now
let
you're
you
ready.
know
Now you're ready.
that I'm ready to see this through. So that's where that was coming from.
So if I said, hey, yeah, let's do a pact right now. We're gonna I'll nominate him. We're gonna go in. We're gonna do it. We're like, okay, here we go.
Uh-huh.
That's like more or less you're down, you're in.
Yeah, for just because it's been like a really funny sort of like going no, and if we were to make that commitment, and you haven't really given any rebuttal otherwise.
That's
just
very fair.
Only because of your lack of fight, I would say. Yeah,
Okay.
but if you were to give me reasons otherwise, maybe sway me. But as of right now, that's where I'm at.
I'll take that, Date. You don't think I'm the one, right?
I do not think it's you. You haven't been my lead horse since you voted for me.
Okay. You know that thinking that it's him and not thinking that it's me are tantamount. They're the same. If you don't think it's me, it means he's your lead horse.
Oh no, yeah, he's my lead horse.
Okay, then will you motherfuckers acknowledge the situation that you are one another's lead horses?
Yes. Right,
Yes,
that's the case, right?
that's the case.
Yeah.
Okay, I wanna. Good.
So basically, we both have acknowledged that we think you're innocent.
Thank you.
Is if that's what you're
Is that what you
searching for.
wanted? That doesn't mean you won, Joel.
First of all, it means a lot to me.
I'm glad this has been good for you.
No, because so here we are now though.
Yeah.
So here's what this means then.
Oh, he's Adam angling me. Okay, go.
It means that when
good.
either of the hi Adam.
If you're still watching, man.
It means he's taking notes because after
He's
the way
fucking
this
great.
game ends,
He's great. He played me like a fucking fiddle. Please
did?
go watch episode
13.
13. I thought it was 13 because it's 33. It's exactly correct. Watch episode 13. Watch how Adam plays the shit out of that game. It's actually amazing. Go on.
so you talk and you talk. When you talk, you can't kind of sit back into the shadows of a very even mutual 3-person game. If it's a question of which one of you convinces me that you're innocent, then it's not like you're that, like, for me, I'm looking at you and I'm looking at you and like it's kind of whatever. There's the group mentality, there's the group atmosphere, the atmosphere of being in a group where it could go in either direction. If the energy here is now, we're acknowledging, flowing just outward, I think that you have to get really a little bit more specific about the things that you say and what your goals are in saying them.
Sure.
This is what I was talking about before I wanted to get to. We can not to be like, I'm a winner, I'm innocent. Can we both acknowledge that I'm awesome? If that's the case, I think that's relevant information and I think we can wrap this game up in the next not 3 hours.
Yeah, right. I mean, I'm gonna actively watch how I act and what I say to prove that I really am the seeker. Like, you know.
I don't feel super chill, seeing as I've been the only person nominated
Multiple times.
So I am watching what I say and how I act.
Right, so you have seemed suspicious at multiple moments.
Yeah.
There have been multiple suspicious things. However, you have never nominated anyone.
I don't have a lot of data against anybody.
You have never nominated anyone. You have never nominated anyone.
I'll be forthwith about
Bagel, can you keep your size to yourself?
I will be I'll be upfront about whom I suspect.
Who?
I mean,
Did I nominate you one of the times? I nominated one of you the times, but didn't vote.
Yes. No, you.
I'm sorry, I don't remember, but I don't think you did.
Oh, so I nominated Ben 3
Did
times.
I never
I think it was
nominate you?
first time, no votes.
Who nominated
Second
you?
time,
Second time, you did.
his vote. Third time, still me.
So you nominated me.
I think I nominated you 3 times.
Okay, gotcha.
So I never nominated.
So I'm the only one that's
You're
nominated.
the only one who's nominated.
I mean, I think that says something.
You've been nominated all the times there have been nominations. You've been nominated, and all the time there have been nominations.
It's been
you've
me.
been the nominator.
Yes. That's where we're at.
Yeah, and I've been the nominee.
The plaintiff.
But I think it goes to show that if I was
Defendant.
if I was the liar, I wouldn't be so obvious as to be like, it's him. You know, that comes from like a real place of, I think it's him, bro. I think it's him. You know.
I like that. That's strong. You know what I mean? That was good. It seemed like a person being a real talking.
No, it makes sense to me too. He doesn't want to lose.
What do you have?
What do I have?
You have nothing. Get out.
No. Let me be real with you. Let me play you through my game from my perspective.
Now we go back and it's a voiceover. It's your voice and we see like the original parts of the game and like it's the big twist is coming and it turns out first of all it is me and there's a bomb in Sebastian's room. Sorry, go on.
Yeah. So my game was, I started off with no suspicions, really. I wanted it to be you, so we could have this kind of weird grudge match thing. Threat? Question mark? Physical threat?
It's not a threat. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this up here for the rest of the game.
I wanted it to be you, so that we could have a little brawl. I quickly thought it was not you. And then What, I got nominated? The thing is, though, even though when you nominated me, I didn't think it was you. And then I kind of remembered how you play, and I was like, oh, maybe it's not him. But that's past information. I still kind of suspected you because you voted for me. And I was like, oh, that's a thing. That's something I can calculate. But then you nominated me again. And then you pledged, prior to you voting for me, you pledged that if he nominated me again, if he pledged that if you nominated me, he would vote for me. Do you understand what I'm saying? You should understand how it's different from him nominating me and him voting for me.
I was just trying not to look like a dick and keep nominating you and be
that's interesting.
Maybe someone else nominating would be nice.
I mean, that is a solid.
Do you see what I just got there in that moment? I just got there. At first, it was just like it seemed like a weird thing and then kind of an aggressive move. But now it makes I can see something else happening there as well. And maybe you can see that as well. Okay, so that's my game. And then I got voted at.
I mean, I guess what does it for me is that I feel like you're playing with no actual like you're not making any of us targets necessarily, which is what makes me believe that you're the target. Because it seems so almost neutral.
Sure.
God, that's a strong fucking point.
You know.
That's a strong point.
No, it is. It is a good point.
So I think that's what leads.
It is. I am playing
Just
a very
did a thing again you did before that made me feel like you were very suspicious. You said that is a good point, and then you said nothing, and then you started to think. You had no immediate comeback for that. Look at the way I'm speaking. I didn't do that on purpose.
I nominate Ben.
All right.
I nominate Ben.
Jean-Louis has nominated Ben. Jean-Louis, would you like to provide testimony?
Yes, this time I think I've got enough data to prove that it is you. Based on the way that you've been playing and the tactics that you've approached, it goes to see that you're just kind of biding time to try and distract us. Because the way that you say that he's innocent, leaves, and I'm obviously innocent, gives me no other choice almost. And based off of what we've been talking about and what we've been assimilating, it just seems so clear to me at this point. And so I'm going to 100% say that you are the liar.
Gotcha. Is that all?
That's all.
Thank you, Jean-Louis. Joel, would you like to provide testimony?
No.
Thank you. Ben, would you like to defend yourself?
Yeah. This time. Before I was nominated, I was going to nominate him, just so you know. Just so everyone at home knows, just so you know. Honestly, that's where I was going to go. So that's some data for both of you. Let's see here. I have a vote coming my way, no matter what. If you want to end the game, you can. And you know that. So, if you think I'm the liar, you can vote for me. I'm going to nominate him if you do not vote for me. That's my rebuttal.
Is that all?
That's all? Yeah, that's all.
Thank you, Ben. Everyone except for Ben, please put on your mask and stick out your fist. If you would like to eliminate Ben, please lift your thumb and keep it up now. Masks off. One vote from Jean-Louis. Ben is still in the game.
I didn't do it. Sorry. I didn't do it. Go ahead and nominate Homeskill and see what the fuck happens there. You're on thin fucking ice. Also, why did you say to all the people at home? You said, just so you know, I was right about to nominate him. And for those playing at home. Did you just say that because it's like, just so I know, did you say to people playing at home, or is it because like, whatever is gonna happen in the next few...
No, what I mean is like, theoretically, if the game were to end...
Don't make me regret not spinning around anymore, just my hand is still going.
Yeah.
Don't make me regret not raising my thumb.
No, I get it.
It was close.
I get it.
But
what I meant was that I genuinely thought you were going to end it because you mentioned that whole thing about your time crunch. So I was like, oh well, once.
You know, this game is over in like 5 seconds.
I appreciate that.
No, I will play.
Yeah. No,
I will not play.
No, I was mentioning like my first aggressive move was about to come, but I genuinely thought I was getting voted out. I nominate John Louis.
All right. Ben has nominated Jean-Louis. Ben, would you like to provide testimony?
Absolutely. He voted for me 2 times in a row, which you've given good reason for, by the way. Like, it's not been, especially your last reason, which was really good, which is that I'm being back-footed, which is exactly what I'm doing right now. You know what I mean? Which is like, I'm being like, I don't know, let's have you guys kind of do this thing, and I'll just kind of go with the flow of where the suspicion is. That's good, because that is how I play, actually. I do play a very back-footed game. I think, I used to, when I played with you in San Fran, I would try to nominate myself, which is something that we talked about earlier in this game, how we can't do that, actually. I play a very back-footed game. You bring attention to that is really good. However, the consistent attack, I gotta say that's worrisome for me, just because it's constantly kind of coming back and you're like trying to hedge your attack with Joel and just trying to form an alliance. The wish to form alliances, that wish, rather than the wish to find a liar, seems to me to be like peculiar. That's what I got on you. I said that's my time.
Is that all?
That is all.
Thank you, Ben. Joel, would you like to provide testimony? Thank you. Jean-Louis, would you like to defend yourself?
Yes, definitely. I know I started this game with a lot of, light, fluffy, bullshit, and the first 2 convictions weren't on any sort of grounding or basis. And there was a lot of power play there where I was trying to figure it out. But at the end of the day, I have a strong conviction, and the only time that you were aggressive towards me was when I was aggressive towards you on the defensive. So I'll go that far to show that that's where that's coming from, and that's a completely natural thing. But it's only because I'm very, very clear on how I feel. So now it's just about whether or not you believe me. But I think I've been painfully clear that there's a decision to be made, and Joel, you're in a power position here because you can choose where the tides go. But, I think it's unveiled itself, and it's pretty clear. And it'll be hilarious if you vote me out, because I'm a seeker.
Is that all?
That's all.
Thank you, Jean-Louis. Everyone, except Jean-Louis, please put on your mask and stick out your fist. If you would like to eliminate Jean-Louis, please lift your thumb and keep it up now. Masks off. 1 vote from Ben. Jean-Louis is still in.
Thank you!
Tell me about your vote. Bagley, you got a little flavor? Grazie, mate.
So I voted for him because I just genuinely think he's a liar at this point, and he and I are now getting at each other. He attacks me, so I defend against him, but then my defense is his attack. You're now very securely in your position as weird guy holding glass.
I don't always lie for money, but when I do,
so
it takes 3 hours.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm feeling a little just more ballsy right now. That's what I got for you. My balls.
Your balls?
Well, you have to look at them. It's weird for me.
I did. I nominate you. Ben, in parentheses. No.
Just rephrase.
I won't do it, so he remains unnominated.
All right.
I'm just spiting him right now.
I ain't nominating nobody. I'm sitting here. I'm sipping my bourbon. I think I've made my point. I think it's clear where I stand.
I want to know what you think, because he and I are going to vote for each other, because that's what we just did.
Right.
Yeah.
So, what's up? basically. This is your game at this point.
That's true what he said about you kind of not really having much of a lead horse ever, just kind of always kind of just defending yourself and being kind of like, I'm Ben Quinn, don't vote for me, you can trust me.
Good.
Also, you're like that in this game. See what I just did? That was meant to be funny, I guess it wasn't. So that's true. You haven't had a lot of like I look at my thing and I'm like, okay, is it fucking him? Is it fucking him? And they both know that they both know it's not me.
Well, I mean, because if it was you, you could have definitely won by now. You know what I mean?
Pretty much.
Like
not definitely, but
if you were the liar, you could have ended this game and been like, yeah, I'll vote for him. Fuck it. I saved my
I
ass.
could have taken you up on your offer.
Exactly. So that's what makes it clear in my head.
Bets for me as a liar.
Did you think I was going to vote?
When?
Right then.
Oh, yeah, I figured you were probably.
Yeah, I figured you weren't, but I was just interested, actually. I knew I was going to vote when I nominated him.
I figured it was most likely that you would vote.
Yeah.
I figure.
So you knew what you were going into when the vote happened.
I felt like the game was going to either end or continue based on what I was going to do, and that's what happened.
Well, that's good. That means he's not trying to hide anything.
Who isn't? I'm not.
You.
I don't think he is, man.
I don't fucking suspect you. Because he's right. You could have voted me out. You could have voted him out if you really thought I was going to vote for him, which I did. So it's on you now. What's up?
I think I'm going to nominate you, and I think I'm going to see what happens between what he says one last time, because say some shit with substance if you can. If you have things, and then I see what you say in your rebuttal. Maybe I'll say some shit before we get to your rebuttal. But I'm nearing the end of my struggle, I think.
I understand.
I nominate Ben.
All right. Joel has nominated Ben. Joel, would you like to provide testimony?
Oh, that's right. I go first if I nominate. I don't want to go 3 times in a row with just shaking my head like I'm super cool and I don't have to talk and you guys entertain me. Let me just very briefly reiterate, maybe. I've had those suspicions from the beginning based on like energy things and our history, which is lengthy. So I have a general kind of thing from you. I don't know you as well, but I feel like we have like a thing where, and this goes for all of us, I think every person in this room, we have like we click into a nice thing. Mm-hmm. So it's like a good vibe, but it's not old. It doesn't have a lot of history. So like that's a different thing immediately. But there have been moments where I look at you and I'm like, ooh, I don't know, I don't kind of fucking trust him. That's pretty awesome. I think I can do that, but not as drastically. They don't all crunch in like that. Your ears are dancing when you do that. I'm fully prepared for the fact that I'm about to lose this game because that's all that ever happens to me. And then I just go back to my village and tell my wife that I'm still a failure. But I'm gonna be honest. I'm really looking hard at you, and I might put my thumb up based on what happens in the next few seconds.
Is that all?
That's all.
Thank you, Joel. Jean-Louis, would you like to provide testimony?
I mean, for me, it's just clear because as I said before, I don't think it's him unless he's playing the craziest long con ever, and like I've had this strong conviction for a while based off of data that I've been collecting that makes it clear. I think it's time.
Is that all?
That's it.
Thank you, Jean-Louis. Ben, would you like to defend yourself?
Yes, I would. Sorry, I forgot about that. It's not you. Is it you? Okay, so it's not Joel. I do think it's you. I understand that I'm gonna be voted out now. I understand that. I know that's coming, which is a bummer. But okay. Let's see here. You said that you've always had the suspicion of me. That's unshakable. What else? I acted weird that one time. I give you that. he has some stronger points, which are that I played a back-footed game, which I guess you alluded to as well. You said that I didn't have a lead horse. I do have a lead horse now. It's him. And I've had that lead horse now for about half of the game, honestly. And I acted on that lead horse just recently. It's not me because I didn't nominate anybody. I did vote. Oh no, I did. I've nominated him and I voted for him, so that doesn't work. Let's see here. What else could I say to not lose this game? I suppose that at this point, what I got to say is that.
Is that a new rule?
It's a good one. It's a good one. I like it because otherwise I would have been silent for way too long. Yeah, no, I see the data at hand. I see what's going on. I have been defensive. I feel like I've been defensive because I've had to defend. I haven't been defensive without provocation, which I guess is the meaning of defensive. But let's see here. What else do I got? I'm gonna be so fucking pissed if it's Joel. Yeah, that's it. That's it for me. I don't have anything more.
Thank you, Ben. Everyone except for Ben, please put on your mask and stick out your fist. If you would like to eliminate Ben, please lift your thumb and keep it up now. Masks off. 2 votes. Ben, you have been eliminated. Were you the liar?
Yes.
Joel and Jean-Louis, as the Seekers, win game 33, sudden death.
I won game 33.
I'm Sebastian. This is Lying for Money. If you like this content, please like, share, and subscribe. Sign up to play at lyingformoney.com. And if you would like to see any moment from this game turned into a GIF, comment down in the comment section with the time code. I'll see you next time.
They got me chasing after money that don't exist. Debt, it's on paper. Cats with calculators. Calculator way to make a real dollar off a dollar faker. And you know they say to trust God, he's your maker.